It's that time of year again. The sun is starting to warm the soil and my head is full of dreams and possibilities for the garden this year. So let's start the first seeds together and do some early spring farm-to-table cooking with a breakfast that'll feed the whole family. I am excited to be getting started on time this year. Last year I was delivering my baby around this time in the spring, so I got a late start. But it's around March 1st right now, and I'm going to be planting my cold weather crops that I want to transplant into the garden into the seedling trays so that they get a little bit of a head start and they're a little bigger before we put them in. Seasonal cooking this time of year can be a bit of a challenge since there's not a lot fresh coming out of the garden yet in mid-March. But what I like to think of as early spring cooking is a lot of the leftover kind of storage crops that you would use towards the end of winter. So carrots, apples, and then of course winter citrus fruits that are just kind of at the end of their season. So what we're going to be making today is a Morning Glory Baked Oatmeal. And if you've not tried the Morning Glory flavor profile before, it's awesome because it just has so many fruits and vegetables, tons of fiber. Here we're going to be using apples and shredded carrots, orange and orange juice, and lots of orange zest, and then adding it into a baked oatmeal with tons of nuts and raisins and all sorts of other good nuts and seeds like flax seeds, etc. This is an awesome fiber-rich breakfast to feed the whole family. It keeps really well on the counter for a few days in an airtight container. You can just cut it into squares, and I like to serve mine with a little bit of plant-based milk drizzled along the top, or you can use regular whole milk if that's your preference, and alongside some sort of protein, something like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, a couple of hard-boiled eggs to make it more of a complete breakfast. It's been about 2 weeks since we first planted our kale and romaine and broccoli seeds, and I like to transplant them into larger pots pretty soon. I've found that they get a lot less leggy if we transplant them quickly when they're still relatively small, and then they can continue to grow nice and strong in their own individual pots with a little bit more space. So that's what we're going to do right now. The next day I headed back out to the garden to get in some of the direct sow seeds. So I'm going to be planting some mixed lettuce, arugula, spring onions, and radishes. My daughter is napping right now, so I'm getting a little bit of the work done before she wakes up, but I'll go get her here in a little bit and she can finish gardening with me. What's that? Yeah, good job, Junie. What are you gonna do?